Why be easy when you can just die? Woo! Well, I'm Chewy Mew, and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video, where today we're going to be taking a look at a custom that I made several months ago. A lot of these customs that I've made were made quite a long time ago. 7 months is not a long time ago. They were made quite a while ago, and I just never got around to reviewing them for various different reasons. And that figure is the ToyBiz Marvel Legends Face Off Kingpin. So this guy's a bit too tall for the camera. Let's move the camera up a little bit. But yeah, this figure, I feel like my camera is lagging. That's very strange. I feel like it doesn't look 60 FPS. Either way, this guy, it's just a repaint. I just repainted and stuff, and I fixed the neck because the neck on mine broke. So now he can't really look up or down much, but he does rotate. It's kind of a sloppy fix. Because the way this guy's build is, it's not as easy to fix it as like Sinister 6, where you just glue a knee joint and then put a ball socket on it and call it a day. This one, it's also fine, because Kingpin's not a very posable character anyway. But as far as everything goes, I just repainted his white coat white again. I added a bit of a wash to it, which it didn't work good. Painted these buttons black. I painted all the buttons black and stuff. I repainted the ring, and the paint keeps coming off, because that's how it works, I guess. I painted these parts a very light gray, so that they would have a sort of like, look like a shadowing effect along with here. I repainted this part yellow, and I painted these buttons gold. This I repainted a blue color, and I added a white wash over top, so it looks like it has some kind of detail. The biggest difference here is I repainted his pants purple, and I added wash. You can see like there on the zipper, here on the legs and stuff. This took the wash a lot better, because it's hard to put wash on white paint. It just looks really weird. I also covered over the hole on his back, because he had a display stand for it. I never had that, so I just covered it. Not the best looking job, but you know, it works. You have some more detail here. It looks pretty cool. I didn't paint anything on the shoes, because they look fine. They're also mostly covered by the pants anyway. So it's mostly just, it is entirely a repaint. The only other customizing is is like the neck, but that's mostly because it broke, and then covering this hole in the back. Everything else is just repainting it. But I think it looks pretty cool, you know? It looks much more accurate to like the sort of like Kingpin's classic look from the comics. ToyBiz made a more like kind of more realistic, modern kind of design for his suit. Like Hasbro did when their first release was a more sort of modern, less crazy, you know, like the yellow shirt and the purple pants. I prefer this design of the more outlandish colors. I hate when characters just have like generic gray suits, but this looks pretty cool. Or just like generic regular business suits. This one has a more like appeal to it. I also repainted these like his sleeves blue to match this part. But yeah, let's go over articulation while we're at it as well. The head can't look up anymore. He used to be able to move up at all. I guess I kind of can if I move the joint like that, but not really much head movement. Mostly side to side. The arms go up. This one goes up a bit higher, but they go up basically 90 degrees. The bicep rotates here. His joints are really stiff. The arms rotate all the way around. Bicep swivel. You get a single bend in the knee, which has this weird gap. Not a big deal to me. You have the hinge in the wrist that goes in, it goes out. You can move the fingers, which it might as well just have like a static fist. This one has basically an open hand, along with a fist and a grabbing hand to put his cane, which I don't have the cane. I was thinking of making a custom cane, but I didn't remember until right now. He has a waist swivel. It doesn't have an ab crunch. The Hasbro version has a diaphragm joint, which doesn't really work anyway, so they're basically the same there. The legs don't kick up forward, but they kick out to the side. They go back a decent amount. You have bicep swivel, so we can almost do the splits. That's pretty cool. You have a thigh rotation here. You have a double bend in the knee, which is it's pretty much a good double bend in the knee. You have a toe joint that goes up and it goes down, and he also has a bit of a weird articulation choice here. He actually has ball joint ankles. He has ball ankles, so you actually do have a pivot, and like you can pivot at several different angles. That's pretty cool that ToyBiz gave a ball joint. So you could say ToyBiz technically had import articulation for their ankles, probably before most import companies were making imports. So that's interesting. But yeah, so you can keep him with like the fist here, have an open hand. I think he looks pretty cool. It's definitely a good size for Kingpin. Compare him to Spider-Man. I think that's a pretty good scale there. Kingpin's supposed to be like 8 feet tall or something crazy. So this scale looks pretty good. I think it looks good like having this height. Yeah, but either way, that's pretty much all for this custom. It's just a repaint. Pretty much just a repaint with a fixed neck. that doesn't really move too much. But either way, that's all for this video. Let me just think about this custom. Let me just think about this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Wow.